Welcome to Project 0 walkthrough video. In this video you're going to manually install all the tools you need to complete the course. So we're going to start off with the precursors for Magic. Now my system is up to date, so I don't need these. And then we're going to clone the repository. And the reason we're building this locally is because it has to match with the version that was used to build the PDK. So I'm going to check that version out now. And I've sped this up. All the kind of long compile and install steps in this video I'm speeding up. Okay, so we do need to have Docker installed, and importantly you need to be able to run it without root privileges. So if you don't have Docker or the permission set up, then follow those links up there. Otherwise we're going to move on to installing the PDK, and we're going to do that with Caravelle user project. And that's the way that we submit designs to the shuttles, but it's also the way that we have this auto tool and PDK builder. So we set up these environment variables, we check out to a specific version, we're currently on MPW8-C, and then we run make setup. And that's going to install a whole bunch of things for us. And you can take a look at the makefile if you're interested to know all the different targets there. But one of the things is the PDK. That's happening now. And then the other thing is open lane and a bunch of other stuff. So we can see that's taken 3 minutes. It did unfortunately install the wrong version of the PDK because of a current bug in the makefile. So we'll fix that now. And then we're going to add all of this into our .bashrc so that when we open a new terminal, all these settings will always be set for us. So we just need to change that one install directory line. And now the next step is to install ngSpice, which is an analog simulator that we'll be using in Project 1. Okay, now we're going to test by cloning recursively a demo repository. This is one of the first repositories that I did way back when I was first thinking about the course. It was the first inverter that I drew with Magic. And it took a long time to get right. You can examine the makefile if you want to see how these commands are working, but really they're just providing the correct RC file for Magic, so it picks up the correct PDK. And then we're going to run make sim, and if ngSpice and the PDK are set up correctly, we're going to get 2 graphs. And there they are, so that's all good. You'll learn about that in Project 1. Install K-Layout. I use K-Layout for inspection, and analog designers use it for drawing the shapes of the circuits that they're making. Okay, so now we're going to grab OSS CAD Suite build from Yosis HQ, and that contains iVerilog and Yosis and a bunch of things we're going to use for part 2, the digital design project. We can get rid of that tar.gz file to save a bit of space. I have 40 gig on this VM, but it does get used up quite quickly. And then we need to set this in r.bashrc again. And after that's done, we can source the bashrc and we'll see that Yosis is now in our path. And the same thing for iVerilog. Version 12. Okay, CocoaDB. There does have a copy of CocoaDB in the OSS CAD Suite build, but it can cause problems with the relationship with System Python. If you get a message there about not being able to find CocoaDB config, you need to do this next step about your path, the .local bin stuff. Now we're going to fetch the RISC-V toolchain. Much faster. And we're just going to add that to our path as well. Source it, and then we'll get the RISC-V GCC available for us to use, and that's used in part 5 for the RISC-V inside Caravel. So I hope that all worked well for you. If you did get stuck anywhere, then feel free to get in touch with us on the Discord or via email.